Hello everyone, and welcome to my video. Today we'll be talking about Leslie James. Leslie's address was given out as an anonymous box number, and she was to receive 7 replies. The first baby that she would take as a result of the advertisement, she would look after for 6 weeks before the money ran out. Leslie dumped the baby outside of the Salvation Army with a note claiming to be an unmarried mother who couldn't cope. Sadly, the baby laid undiscovered for too long and died of exposure. The next baby had an even more tragically short life. Leslie was contacted by Lydia English and her young unmarried sister, Maud Treasure, whom at the time was having a child. Maud was a domestic servant living under the fleur-de-lis in the Rumney Valley and had no means to look after the child. The understanding was, as soon as the baby was born, Leslie would collect it alongside of a one-off fee of £8. As agreed, on the 3rd of June 1907, the baby was collected at the railway station and taken back to her lodgings in Cardiff. Lydia was given a receipt for the transaction, and soon after reaching home, Leslie sent a further letter saying the baby was doing well and that she would soon be leaving Cardiff to start a new life elsewhere. In fact, by the time the letter was received, the baby was long since dead. Leslie smothered it within minutes of boarding the Cardiff train. The day after the trip to collect the baby, Leslie set on drinking away the money that she had made on the deal. Later, returning home to her lodgings in a drunken state, she was helped into a room by her landlady. Leslie was yet to dispose of the evidence of her crime on the previous day, and while she had slept the effects of drink off, Miss Wilson discovered a bundle at the foot of the bed, which she described in her words as, quote, "feeling like meat." The bundle was opened to reveal the twisted and lifeless body of a female infant. Miss Wilson sent for the police, and Leslie was arrested and charged with murder. An examination found that the child had been dead between 12 and 24 hours, and had died from asphyxiation, possibly from smothering under a thick clothing with more than ordinary pressure applied. Leslie's trial commenced within 3 weeks of her arrest. Her plea was not guilty. Although it was quickly proved that the baby had been smothered, the defence maintained that the suffocation could have been accidental. However, there was still the question of the letter, which had been sent to the baby's aunt saying the child was doing well. The letter had clearly been written after the baby's death. Evidence of Leslie's handwriting now linked her to the other note, which had been left on the first child. Leslie's situation was hopeless. Within a day and a half of the trial commencing, the case was lost. The jury only took 12 minutes to return the verdict of guilty. Being convicted of the murder, Leslie revealed that her real name was Rhoda Willis. Born Rhoda Leslies in 1867 in Sunderland, and had received a good education at an all-girls boarding school in London. As more confessions came spilling out, she tried to go to her death with a clear mind, saying, "I wish to tell you I cannot go to my death with a clear conscience without telling you that I wilfully killed the child. I killed it in the train between Llanshearn and Cardiff. A sudden temptation came over me, and I could not resist it. I particularly want those who tried me, especially the judge, to know that I was quite guilty, as I should not like to die with any possible chance of them thinking I was innocent. It has been a great comfort for me to tell you this. I can now die with a clear conscience." Willis was executed by hanging in Cardiff Prison on the 14th of August 1907 on her 40th birthday. She was the last child farmer and the last woman to be hung in Wales. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and tell me what crimes or what legends you'd like to hear in the next video.